Hello, everybody. Hope your day's going well, and hopefully everybody is well, those who celebrate Christmas. Hopefully everybody is getting everything together, and everything you wish to do is coming along together, and all your plans are coming well. So I am doing this video to answer the question: am I happy that I self-published? And I just recently did an interview. A student at the University of District of Columbia English department interviewed me, and I discussed my decision, my thought process when I decided to not go the traditionally published route, to go for the big publishing houses. And let me just say right away, I am happy that I decided to publish my own books. But I will say that I am not against traditional publishing. I actually plan with a few of my books, maybe about 3 work in progress processes. Yeah, three. So I do plan on currying and doing that whole route of trying to get a literary agent, etc. And some say, well, why? You have your own publishing company. I see it more as a marketing tactic to do both. So if I have a big publishing house publish me, then it gives more credibility to me as the author, to my writing, and it will bring me to a larger marketplace that all the money, well, not all the money, but even if I had thousands of dollars, I would not be able to reach the same market that the traditional big publishing houses can. Because not only do they have money, they also have a long database of connections, and their name will go further than my brand new publishing house name will go. And they also it add on to their name will go further than mine. They can also have more opportunities to discuss selling the book that they publish into subsidiary. I'm not even gonna try to pronounce it, but film rights. So they'll be able to talk to the right people for film, for making it into a TV show or series. So there are a lot of benefits to traditional publishing that I would try to take advantage of. Definitely see the greater purpose of it, but I also see a great benefit into self-publishing, which is why I decided to publish my own book and books, multiple books. I have 3 novels out currently. And I decided to go that route because I tried to find a literary agent for my very first novel, Strange Things Await, back in 2018 into 2019. So it was a couple months of a period going into from 18 to 19 of doing the whole traditional publishing route, trying to find an agent. And I was getting a lot of good feedback, but sadly, I noticed, and some of you all understand what I'm talking about, there are not many colored literary agents out there. So it is very difficult for someone such as myself, a woman of color, to find not only a literary agent, but a publisher who wants to publish us. And I don't mind not having a literary agent that is a person of color. I'm not saying that. I'm saying that there is a lack of diversity, in the books published, and also the latter, each step. And the literary agent step is first, so before you even get to the publisher. And not having diversity at that level, it shows a certain level of bias and racism. So already off the bat, when I see there's no one of color on staff, that automatically clicks to my head, up, they don't feel, and it, most of y'all know what I'm talking about. It's like no one of color is qualified, really. There are many of us that are out there that are qualified for the position, and we don't get the position. So if they won't even hire someone of color, are they really going to publish someone of color? How many authors of color can you just quickly name? Really? So it's a big issue. I know in recent year or two, the publishing industry has made the commitment to publish more diverse books, and also books by authors of color. They haven't done that, but they have gave us a little sprinkle, a little cloak and dagger when it comes to making that commitment, fulfilling their commitment. So you'll see that there have been a few authors of color who have recently been published, and their books are, all this beautiful, blackness on the cover, but it's mainly YA. It's not across the board. It's mainly YA, and when it is done, it's not done in the quantity that the other Caucasian authors are being published. Okay, that's why I say cloak and dagger. They give you five authors published, and then they publish 100 white people. But oh no, they're making progress. They're publishing us. They're publishing us. No, they not. They just said they are riding the train. They are the gravy train. They saying, oh, this is right now. It's popular to say we making this commitment. Ride the coattails of the Black Lives Matter and everything else that's being fought hard for, and a lot of people are working on real progress. And they said, oh, this is great marketing. Everyone's talking about this subject. Everyone is hoorah at the moment. So let's put our name out there. Let's publish these 5 authors during this time frame, so that they think that we doing something. They think that we love them, that we are, making progress. We aren't like the other ones. They're going to buy our books more. They're going to support us. It's going to get our name out there. Y'all can be fooled if y'all want to. I'm not fooled. It's ridiculous. But it's ridiculous. That's a whole nother video. But along those lines, as I was saying, when I was looking for literary agents, I noticed the lack of diversity in the hiring, in the staffing. And when I submitted to dozens and dozens, many agents, I submitted to many agency houses, many agents, and let's say 96, 97%, this round I would say 95% of the dozens of agents I curried reply back. You know, a lot of times you hear the horror story of, oh, they don't reply back. They take years, and they reply back pretty quickly to my excuse me, I'm trying to cover up my little they replied very quickly, and all of them, more than 95% reply back, and then about 90% asked for a full manuscript. The other 5% that did answer back, they just gave me the spiel. They didn't even ask for the full manuscript because I sent a couple of chapters in. But the ones who asked for a full manuscript, after their feedback, and then it was the same feedback as the 5% about either it was the same thought process of, oh well, this is great, but I don't know if I'm the right person. I don't know if I'm the right person to for this manuscript, or many of them, which I am blessed to get feedback. Many of them gave me really positive thoughts. Oh, they like this part. They like this character. Oh, this is great. But they don't think, either they said something about they don't think about the market. And then some said, great characters, great this and that. But again, they don't think they are right for it. And I don't want to say this to say I'm like delusional. I mean, I know that a lot of times, there's fluffing, and they'll say, oh yeah, this is nice, just not for me. And they really just mean it suck or probably something along those lines. But when I'm getting feedback that's, kind of detailed, and I'm having conversations with people, it's not a generic letter. So I'm not talking about generic letters. I'm talking about actual, conversations. And I had to sit back and think, why is it not right for you? And why is it not currently right for the market? Before I answer my opinion, for those who are not familiar, Strange Things Await is a majority Black cast. So the two main characters are Black. They're women. Like, already we get strike. And they are LGBTQ. So it's like another strike. It's like I'm just setting myself up. There ain't no white person on the cover. There ain't no straight person on the cover. There ain't no man with his shirt ripped off and no lady together. And so it's like straight. It's like, okay. And this was before all that all the hoopla about, before the craze of commitment. And maybe if I would have tried to put my book out there while these publishers were diversifying, when they were doing all that coattail riding, cloak and dagger, I probably would have got published. But it was before that. And so I knew, and it's my opinion. For me, my opinion is they didn't take on a project because the characters were Black and queer, and also probably because they were women. It's not very often. Let me even look at my bookshelf. It's not often that you have a black lead character, number one, a black female main character, and then a queer character. So either way I go about it, what book has been published by a Big Five publishing house that has a queer lead character? I ain't talking about the side character, the little sidekick friend, or the funny queer, the comedy, the little insert for comedy, or the diversity checkoff, or the queer baiting. What book by a big publishing house has a queer main character, whether it's a male or female? Can you name one, more than one? And I ain't talking about just recently. I'm talking about, let's go beyond, let's say 2008, at least 2018 and over. Because I want to skip this whole portion of time frame where they were really trying to diversify. So go beyond 2019. Can you name one or two? Black female lead. Can you name a book that has a black female lead that was published by a big publishing house? One of the Big Fives. That's more modern. Because we know we have the Zora Neale Hurston, we have the Toni Morrison, and all the goats. We have all the greats. But I'm talking about you. I'm not talking about them. Okay. We have also our beautiful writer Zane, who is amazing. Love her books. But I don't believe she was published by a big publishing house. Hold on. I have one of her books. I'll break my back trying to do this video. And then another favorite black author of mine, L.A. Banks. So we have St. Martin's Griffin. So I believe St. Martin's is one of the big publishing houses. And this was many years ago. I mean, many years. Let me see. Yeah, this was many years ago. Yeah, 2006. So, again, we have the very few and far between. Okay. So, I just, I knew then that it was going to be a very difficult journey. And that one I'm going to shy away from. There's so many great authors who have come before me. And I hope one day that there are younger readers who end up growing up, or even just my age and older, anybody will pick up my book one day and be happy, that from front to cover, everything is diverse, and it's just, it's a wonderful thing to have diversity in novels. And you don't get that nowadays. Sorry, y'all. I was just going to show you all the cover. Well, this one, you can't see them that well. The first book, you can really see them. But this is the sequel to the first book. Oh, yeah. And you can see the hair is even diverse from front all the way to the pages, okay? In the very beginning, it's in your face. And, I know they don't like that all the time. They don't like to acknowledge us. So, I don't know. But, I'm very happy for those who have been published recently. I'm very happy about it. So again, I'm happy that I went the route I went because I felt the book was important to put out there. Not just because, oh, I love the story and they didn't love the story and I was still going to publish it anyway. No, I love the story, but I love the story. They said they love the story and gave details. And they just thought the market, which based on the number of books we have to choose from with black characters and queer characters, they are right. The market wasn't there. It's not. But I said, I don't care. I'm going to publish this book because we need more diverse books on the shelves. We need more books that have strong, realistic, relatable black female characters, and we need some queer characters as well. So, and also deaf representation. I have a lot of that in my second novel, and that character, who's amazing, is going to have a whole lot more scene time in book 3. So I am satisfied. Even though I don't have a whole lot of sales, I am thrilled with the number of people that I have reached so far. Because again, it's bigger than the sales for me. Of course, I would enjoy more sales. But it's more than that. This book series, Virtues Academy, is important to me because of the rawness, the diversity. I have not been able myself to experience that as a reader very often. We don't get it, and especially in the fantasy genre. My novel is urban fantasy. So we especially don't get it in the, we get it in the romance or again in the YA, but we don't get it very, it's very rare. I'm not even gonna say often, it's rare. Once in a blue moon. So yeah, I'm going to be more strategic. If I ever curry again, I'm going to pick which books, and I don't only write characters of color, I write other characters as well. So those will be, I will try the traditional route for some of my novels, but I will be focusing on my publishing company and on publishing diverse literature. And hopefully, before I die, there's a lot of artists, and once they die, then they get all this recognition. Well, hopefully during my lifetime, I will meet people who, excuse me, who appreciate my novel, who appreciate this series, and who will appreciate the other books that I'm going to write that are very diverse. So yeah, I'm happy I self-published.